And we made it.
We did it.
A few technical difficulties, which seems completely apropos for what we normally do.
The intro was kind of eerie. It had a mysterious vibe to it.
You know, we'll work on the intros. Okay. The intro was a last-minute add-on. We'll work on it. We'll get something with a custom logo. I actually had one with a custom logo, but it was a 5-minute intro, and I was like, that's way too long. We need
that was cool.
30 seconds.
It was getting me all amped up to talk
prepping. Exactly. This is the lighter side of prepping. Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of Prep Talk Live on your special Thursday edition. We will, in the future, be coming to you every Wednesday at 5:30. That's the plan. We've got it blocked out until at least June and beyond. So Make sure to hit the like button so we'll stick around for a while. I'm Casey with Cascadia Dispatch, prepping for non-preppers. And joining me, as always, is Tup, the urban prepper.
Hey everyone, Cliff, the urban prepper.
You know, I was going to ask you. I was like, should I call him Cliff, or do we only call him the urban prepper, or should I call him Tup? I don't know.
Well, my mom calls me Cliff, so and all my friends do. So you should do the same.
We should do that. Okay. I think that works out. So this is a project we've been working on for several months now. This is 6 or 7 months in the making. I think
so. Yeah, we've been talking about it for.
Exactly. I think we actually started talking about like 2 years ago when we met at that Buffalo Wild Wings in Seattle that one time.
Good times.
But yeah, we've been talking about doing something, and it's the lighter side of prepping. I was thinking, are we the bad boys of prepping because we're the lighter side of prepping? Is that
I maybe so. Yeah, I'm kind of one of the. I know that I'm one of the squares. I think you are too, because we don't do too much scary stuff. But
yeah, exactly. There's not a whole lot of scary in Legos, and
we're smiling at all the videos.
We're having a good time as we suffer through the apocalypse. I think is that what's happening. Yeah. So what we wanted to do is just have this is going to be a 20 to 30 minute stream we're going to do every week for everybody. We got some topics,
like a TV sitcom kind of.
Exactly. It's like a multi-camera TV sitcom. We're not going to do a ton of prep ahead of time. This is like what's on our mind, what's happening. As you see, there are some questions down below, topics that we are going to address. And then there'll be questions at the end. So if you wanted to send us a question in advance, or if you want to leave it in the comments, we'd love to try to answer those. I see people are responding. This is fantastic. It's working.
Having a good time while we suffer through the apocalypse. That might be our slogan.
You know what? I have never done one of these. There we go. All right.
Look at that.
That's fantastic. That's amazing. Look at us.
Fancy. You have some pretty fancy setup going on.
I tried. I was like, I'm doing a thing with
it looks like a game show on the bottom.
we are the around the horn, the pardon the interruption, the Bitboy crypto of prepping, apparently. So also we are going to attempt something with this thing that I don't think have ever done before. We're going to turn it into a podcast. So if you enjoy podcasts, we'd love you to watch the videos. But if you also enjoy podcasts, we're going to have a podcast that'll be in the link in the description on the stream on Cascadia Dispatch, as well as we are multi-screaming onto Urban Preppers Got Preps channel. So we will have both streams available. I'm sure this is going to get sliced up on TikTok, which also makes us bad boys of prepping because we enjoy the TikTok.
Yeah, preppers don't hang on TikTok.
Yeah, exactly.
At least a lot of the YouTube preppers aren't there, I think.
Exactly. I think Rogue is disliking me right now as a result of I think
it's just you, me, and Casual Preppers podcast, and I think that's the prepper community on TikTok.
I think so. We may have to get the Casual Preppers involved in this at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
And maybe we'll have Rogue's milk chickens. I don't know. Does she still have the milk chickens?
I think she's still selling them online. So I think milkchickens.com, from what I remember.
I love it. Milkchickens.com. It's fantastic. For anyone who doesn't get that reference, go to Urban Preppers and look at his live stream with Rogue Preparedness, where we all discussed the milk chickens. Yeah. That was fantastic. So anyway, what we're going to do is we've got 4 topics down below, and we're going to talk about things that we've done This week, or in the last week, that were kind of prepping related projects and things that we thought were interesting. It's the Preps for Me is where we're going to talk about gear. We'll have a theme each week. This week, we're going to talk about gift ideas because it is the holiday season. And there is a prepper gift collab going on with a bunch of preppers on Instagram and YouTube. So this is going to be our contribution. You didn't know it. You didn't know you were participating.
This is awesome. Yeah.
We're going to participate. And then the to prep to not to prep category, that's things that are coming up or topics that we think are interesting. We will not be talking about politics. We will not be talking about conspiracies. This is a tinfoil hat-free zone. We like our prep. The only thing for tinfoil is leftovers, not our prepping plans. That is the thing. And then we'll end with questions if we have time. The goal is to keep this under 30 minutes so Tup can get out and Mom will not be pissed. Again,
yes, that's always a...
Again, go back and watch Tup's live streams,
yeah.
and you will understand. It's not about spending time with Tup. It's about not making Mom pissed. And that's the plan. So anyway, let's kick it off with you did what? So what was a thing that you did this week that was prepping related?
Okay, I'm working on two different things right now. The one that I did, I didn't do too much yet, but it's in the works, is I have a Honda Element for my vehicle, and there's a problem right now with people stealing catalytic converters. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's like the in thing to do because of all of the ingredients that are in a catalytic converter, like palladium and all these different things that are worth, thousands and thousands of dollars. People are going around stealing them, and like the Honda Element and the Toyota Prius are the easiest ones to steal it on because it's like right underneath the passenger seat, I think. And so I've been worried about that because that's my vehicle, could be a bug out vehicle, and so I feel like I needed to be prepared for the catalytic converter stealers of the. They call
just imagine them going down the street with like a big Santa Claus sack with just catalytic converters.
It's like a big thing. It's like it's kind of crazy, but they're called cat burglars and catalytic converters. And so anyway, so I did a lot of research this week to research what you could put a shield basically on your catalytic converter to shield it up, to attach it to the frame. So then if they go down there, hey, I'm going to go steal Urban Prepper's catalytic converter and sell it on the black market, they'll get there and it's going to be completely shielded up, and so they can't get it. And so I did a lot of research, found the one, ordered it. It just came in the mail right before coming on this stream, and now I'm going to be scheduling my appointment with I don't know how to do all that kind of stuff, so with my muffler company, and so I'm preparing for catalytic converter theft. And I think nowadays, with again, we're trying to have a good time while suffering through the apocalypse, but I imagine that as if things get rough, that people are gonna next it's gonna be gas, or next they're gonna steal something like, I don't know, my
have
antenna.
It'd
be worth something.
I should probably get one. Like maybe just go that route. I don't know. Does a tank even have a catalytic converter? I would think. Probably.
I have no idea. I had no idea because my car's not worth that much. But I guess the catalytic converter is like a hot item. I think they get like $200 each time they steal it, and then there's like a middleman that then they get a whole bunch of them together, and then they go and then they like smelt it down, like take all the it's this crazy business. Anyway, so that's one of the preps of it. That's my vehicle prep of the week. And then and then I'm also, because I sit on a desk all day for 8 hours a day for work. I feel like I need to exercise more. So I've been getting into bike riding with Kid Prepper with my son, and it got me thinking into kind of the whole bug out bike type. What kind of stuff would I want to have on my bicycle if it needed to be used for a bug out situation? And so I've been kind of tricking it out, Urban Prepper style, with a lot of different gadgets and stuff. So
are you gonna get like one of those bikes that they have in Amsterdam with like the bucket basket on the front, where it's not just like the little flower basket, it's like a wooden thing, you could put a person in it?
Yeah. I looked at some of this. I'm going with more of the streamline up on the front, but I do have the cage in the back, and I'm little saddlebags and stuff, and I'm trying to figure out how like taking a bug out bag and putting it into saddlebags for a bicycle. So that's my project.
You're referring to a rickshaw at this point.
Have
you thought about that? And then like you could even put the family back there. It could be like the Oregon Trail, but like on a bike.
I haven't thought about that, but now I'm gonna need to rethink my whole strategy. So
get like a bicycle built for 4, and then just do that.
Yeah, so the past week for like what I did this week, I've been trying to find stuff that's practical for EDC commuter purposes, but also things that I think would be valuable, like in a bug out scenario. So maybe in an upcoming video, maybe I'll come out with my bug out bike. Although the e-bikes are pretty cool, but I can't afford one of those right now, so I'm going old school.
Yeah, I saw Canadian Prepper made a post about some e-bike that he's got at his warehouse that's like
Yeah,
almost
yeah,
$8,000.
he's like, yeah,
It's like, holy, does it fly? Is it
yeah,
actually a bike?
that's big time. Yeah, no, I don't mind. I'm in triple digits for the bike game. So,
You're like,
but
does it run? That's all I need.
well,
Uh,
those e-bikes are really awesome and they're super silent, but when they run out of juice, they kind of suck to drive, I think. So to ride. So
yeah,
but that's why I have the old school. But
old school,
and if
sometimes
the
is.
boogeyman of preppers, if the EMP ever comes, then it'll mess up my
Oh,
e-bike.
you're totally fine. Yeah, if you go with the old fashioned Schwinn,
Yeah,
the EMPs are not going to be a problem.
yeah. What
So
about you?
my thing this week, so we've been doing like a whole technology redo. We had one computer crash. I do a lot of different things for clients at work, and so I got a new computer for my office, and so I was doing a lot of taking the opportunity to consolidate down all my computer backups. So always end up with files on different laptops, different computers, different cloud services, different external hard drives. So I spent a good portion of the last week, it's probably more like a couple weeks, but the last week, consolidating everything back down. So I have everything on one set of external hard drives. I have the most up-to-date stuff on a couple of thumb drives that we
Nice.
keep in bug out bags and in safes for certain reasons. And then also cleaning up my cloud a little bit. So we've got some additional storage. And I know some people are not fans of cloud storage. I, however, again, this is the lighter side of prepping, and I enjoy the cloud storage. It's wonderful. I highly recommend it to anyone who does not think that someone's going to try to hack in and steal your Word documents.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I have some stuff in the cloud, but I also like having some stuff in a safe, and
yep.
I go full prepper, but never go full prepper.
Never
But I
go
put it
full
into
prepper.
I put it in a Faraday bag and everything in a safe. So that's going full prepper. So
Yeah. Well, see, I saw the Mission Darkness stuff that you
yeah,
talked about. So now, of course, my wife is always like, "What box came and what did you see on Tup's channel?" And I'm like, "Well, it's Mission Darkness, and we're gonna have a Faraday thing, and we're gonna put a USB stick in the safe." And she was
yeah,
like, "Okay, sure, yeah,
yeah.
yeah." So yeah, all right. So talking about, as we move on here to it's the preps for me
Very
gear.
good.
So we move on. See, it moves on and lets everybody know where we're at.
That's awesome.
So talking about prepper gifts, preparedness gifts guide, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
What is your gift idea du jour?
yeah. I was actually working on a video on this. No, I was hoping to get it ready for Black Friday, but of
Idea
course got too busy.
stolen.
Yeah. Uh, a lot of cool comments coming in.
Yeah,
I think that you have to get like there for gift ideas with like Christmas coming. Like if you're talking stocking stuffers, I was trying to figure out what are those like less than $20 gifts that you could easily get someone. It's not going to break the bank. For me, I always what I was coming up with for that. I think that the Rescue Me is a nice stocking stuffer for your vehicles. A lot of people that's one that I get a lot of conversations on because on all of our vehicles I have a Rescue Me by each window because I'm always worried about flooding and stuff. So I think a Rescue Me is the nice cheap one. I think one thing that everyone always likes that if you get them is like an Anchor power bank for them, even a smaller one like a 30 to $40 one for that special person in your life. They appreciate it because it's stuff that you don't really think about. Like I'm talking for the non-prepper. So
yeah.
These are all like gateway preps into getting to help convert more preppers. So
We need to make you a shirt that says Gateway Prepper.
I'm the gateway prepper.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to splurge though, I think like the Jackery, the battery, those big batteries, like the $300 one would be a real nice gift to have. And let's see what else. I have it together on my Amazon shopping list. I could grab my phone, but those are the
Yeah.
first ones that came to mind as far as like gifts to give other people because a lot of us preppers already have a lot of preps and things. So
Yeah.
we might not need something else, but maybe that $8,000 Canadian prepper bike.
Actually, Cliff, if you could just put your Amazon wish list on the screen with your credit card and shipping information, that would be fantastic.
I'm gonna grab it really quick because I have a big shopping list put together on it.
Make sure you put all your personal information on that.
Yeah, my mother's maiden name.
That's fantastic. Yeah, where were you born?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about it, and one of the ideas that I have, one of my favorite things, and again, I steal so many ideas from you, is the survival medic kit.
Yeah,
you made a video about this. I don't know how long ago. It was one of the first videos I saw like 5 years ago when I started in on this whole thing on your channel. And it's my favorite. It's like a little kit. It's got a little bit of first aid. It's got a little bit of fire starting. It's got a little bit of shelter. It's got a tarp in it. It's everything. It costs like $12 to $15 depending on what store you go to and if there's tax or not. I get them. I used to get them onesie twosies. Now I get them by the shelf. If I see them in stock, I just take them all and then I give them to everyone. We have them in every car, in every bag. My wife's purse, whether she wants it, she keeps taking that. I put it back in. Then finally, she just doesn't even try anymore. She just leaves it in and gives me the side eye during the whole time. So it is fantastic. I love that. Staying in that kind of $12 to $15 range. We all love a good Leatherman, which is not in the 12 to $15. It is not in the $12 to $15 range, but they do make these little Leathermans, which I realize, I don't know if you can see it on the screen. It is the Squirt. And so this is my keychain EDC Leatherman, and it's fantastic because it's got a knife on it. It's got pliers. It's got scissors, which a lot of them have like a toothpick and a corkscrew sometimes. And I'm like, if I'm in a random place, I don't know that I'm going to need a corkscrew.
For those wino preppers out there.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know that I need a corkscrew. Just trying to make it through the day, Cliff. Just trying to make it through the day. Yeah. But I really like the scissors, and I find it's difficult to find multi-tools with scissors anymore. They all have specialized stuff. So I use the Wave as my main Leatherman because it's got scissors and everything else. But then the Squirt PS4, not the PS5, that's a whole different thing. But the PS4 is, I think, a great thing. And that's also under, usually it's under $15. You can find it. You get on Amazon, you get all over the place. So love that idea for us as well.
Yeah, I think that with the Leatherman, you could do the custom Leathermans if you really want to get a real special gift for someone, where they could do custom engraving, and you could have, Cascadia Dispatch edition of it and stuff. That might be a cool gift for that special someone in your life. So.
Cliff, I love the way you think, and now I'm going to have to go back upstairs after this and sell to my wife that I have to get monogrammed Leatherman.
Yes, yeah.
I'm just waiting for her in the chat to just be like, no, not happening.
Yeah, and I see that Kaylin Strain's talking about. Yeah, the Micra is a good one because that one has like dedicated scissors. That's the one I've been using because the little Leatherman pliers that don't do the job for me. So you need more of a full size one, I think. So
you need bigger pliers. It's part of the whole prepper bulge concept, right?
Yeah. That's the dreaded prepper bulge.
The prepper bulge. Oh my goodness. All right.
I got to get a t-shirt for that too.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a shirt or shorts. Like maybe cargo pants. I don't know.
Yeah.
So to prep or not to prep. So what I was thinking about for this one, a topic to think about things that we're prepping or not prepping for, is winter, which seems odd because it's December. Yeah. But I was in 2 meetings today where people mentioned the fact that they were surprised it was December already. That it was kind of like Halloween happened, Thanksgiving happened, and then, oh my goodness, it's December. And I think a lot of people think about Halloween and Thanksgiving and it's the fall and pumpkin spice lattes and everything else, and then realize, oh my goodness, it's December, it's winter. Oh my goodness. So the question is it too late to prep for winter? Like, are we already in it so much that there's nothing to do, or do we still have time?
I guess it's kind of regional specific because like it's getting cold where we're at. I think I'm not sure about down in the Portlandia area, but where I'm at, usually like the snow and stuff doesn't happen till like January, February. So I think there's definitely plenty of time. And I think for winter preps, the thing that I'm always worried about is just power loss for a big kind of snowstorm and stuff, and then having the right kind of supplies for shovels and things like that. So fortunately, we haven't really lost power over the past few years during a winter storm. But if it was I think going out into the garage or whatever and checking on your generator, make sure that's ready to go. I always try to remember to do the winter preps like in October, and I always like slack on it. Oh, okay, I'll get to it after Halloween. Oh, I'll get to it before Thanksgiving, and now it's December. Oh crap, everything's out of stock. So
You know what's even more annoying than that, Cliff, is when you make a calendar for people to
yeah,
use for their preparedness all year long, and then you get your own notifications reminding you of all the winter things you're supposed to do, and you have to snooze all of them at the once.
yeah.
That
One thing,
that
one,
is
one thing that we did for winter, I guess, a winter prep is that we just did it today. We called our sprinkler guy, and he came over and blew out all of our sprinklers that to get all the water out of them so they don't freeze over the winter and cost some money. So that was a nice little winter prep that we did, and
oh
he was pretty awesome when he did it. So
yeah, it's always the backflow thing and making sure
yeah.
that like you don't have pipes rupture and all of that.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
learning on the job on all these kind of things. I don't know how to do almost any. I know how to make some videos and to do computer nerd stuff, but I don't know how to do sprinklers.
Exactly. That's what Google's for. Just like
Yeah,
Google, I need a sprinkler guy, and
yeah,
then or sprinkler gal, whatever it is. So yeah, I think I would be in agreement. I think unless you actually are in the middle of a snowstorm, it's never too late to do any of that.
yeah,
Obviously, there are certain things you're going to have a difficult time doing now, just because everyone's also thinking the same thing. So you haven't really beat the rush on if you have a furnace issue, or if you're trying to find certain items that might be like gift guide ideas that people are going for. That's going to be difficult. But I think ultimately, making sure that you've got food stocked up, so in case there is
yeah,
a power outage, or if there is a snowstorm or something like that, you're covered for a couple of days. Obviously, if you live in like Arizona or Alabama, I don't know if we have any Arizona or Alabama people watching, but probably not super concerned with the harsh winter months. I think it's still probably 60 or 75 degrees down there. So I don't think that's as big of a deal, but obviously up north where we are, it's something that you got to consider and think about.
yeah. One of the I learned a cool idea. I never even thought about it before. This is on Instagram, where a mother prepper was talking about it. Basically, if you lose power during a winter storm, to set up your tent in your living room and use that for maintaining warmth. I never had thought about that before. During a power outage, setting up the tent in the living room and then having us sleep in there versus trying to warm up a different room, like if you didn't have power, for example. But I thought that was kind of a cool little trick.
Oh, that's a great idea. That's a
I wish I
fantastic
would have
idea.
thought of it, but she did.
What's
So
the last time you were out of power in a snowstorm in
yeah,
Seattle?
yeah,
When was like last
doesn't happen too
Thursday?
much. Yeah,
Back when you were walking 8 miles back and forth to school in the snow? Is that a thing that was
yeah.
happening?
It doesn't really snow that much over here. I mean, and it's even when it does it, we don't like lose power typically. It depends on where you live. Like if you live in Woodinville or something where there's a lot of trees, then you might lose some power there. But
Yeah. So all right. So question wise, I
yeah,
saw this question come across and I was like, all right, I wasn't gonna go there right off the bat, but
yeah.
this guy,
Are we gonna do it? Are we gonna go there?
Sean brought it up. And Sean's question is, what is your favorite survival Lego? I mean,
This is a
I
question for
mean,
you. This is the hard
this
hitting
is
questions.
this is a question. It's near and dear to my heart right now. So I will say, if I was thinking about it, I actually have a whole kind of bug out vehicle collection that I'm putting together. So if you guys stay tuned, we'll switch it out. I put up a poll a few months ago on my channel around switching. I like to switch out my backdrop. Where's my finger? It's over here somewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I like to switch all these out, and I like to let everyone guess, vote on what we should put there. So this was the science version. We had the space shuttles and the fossil and all of that sort of stuff. But if we want to do a bug out vehicle one, I've got the Range Rover, the Land Rover, and the VW vans and the Jeep Wrangler, all the things that you would want, as well as the James Bond car. Because if you're prepping, you need a car with oil slicks and ejection seats and smoke screens. I think that's very important.
yeah. My son loves your Lego backdrop. He always talks about it. That he wants to. Who's that guy that has the awesome Legos in the background? So Uh, I have a funny story on Legos for me. Maybe I'll probably lose subscribers over this, but when I was a little
You
kid,
have plenty, Cliff. I mean, you're already over 200,000. We just
Okay,
made a
if
big
there's-
deal about your 100,000. Now you're 200. You can lose 5 or 6.
okay. Well, when I was little, I had a fast. I liked killing ants, and I would like sit outside all day long with a hammer. And and I was like,
I hope you all
9 years
enjoyed
old.
our stream.
Yeah,
But
so YouTube shuts it down. Anyway, I used to make these Lego mazes with the flats, and then I would make a big elaborate maze, and I'd put plastic on the top, and then Legos on top of it, and I would watch the ants go through, and then get them at the end. And I would do it for hours, and that was how I did.
you know, Cliff, I
Played
didn't
with
know
Legos, so-
that Saw
like I
was
said, we're
based on a
gonna
true
shut
story.
down the stream right away.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't know that Saw was based on a true story,
Yeah.
but apparently it was your memoir. That was what happened.
Fortunately, my mom kept a close eye on me, and fortunately, it was just a little period I was going through with the ants. But
Yeah, is Tup's mom here? Can
yeah,
Tup's
she
mom...
might be. You never know when she's.
exactly.
And then I also we used to, I don't know how we got to this top. We were talking about Legos. Yeah, I also would we would
We
go
got from Legos to ant death. That's usually how it goes.
we also used to get those caterpillars from the neighbors' bushes, and they all loved it because they like eat up the neighborhood. And so we would gather up all the neighborhood caterpillars in a 5-gallon bucket and then dump it on ant hills. And that's what we didn't have YouTube or streams and the internet back then, and so that was entertainment for us, was for that.
Cliff, I'm very concerned about the future of this stream.
Yeah. Did we just go too dark on this already?
You know, we were worried about going full prepper. I think we went a completely different direction.
We might have said too much.
Let's
go back to prepping. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go back to the apocalypse or something like that. All right. Well, it is quickly approaching 6 o'clock, which means it is time to wrap it up so that Cliff can go eat dinner and Mom will not be pissed.
I probably got a few, a few more minutes, but
you want to? Okay. All right. We got time to talk. I don't want to rush you out, but
no, I'm good.
Do we have more questions? Do we have?
Yeah, I saw a lot of stuff coming in there, and a lot of cool things coming in.
Yeah. Here's another one about Legos, talking about gluing them together permanently. I've discussed that idea. I'm sure that would be a preparedness idea to make sure they don't fall over in an earthquake. I will say that toddlers and a Death Star on a shelf, that is not a good situation. That's a story for another day, but that ended up going poorly for all of us. Let's just look real quick.
I see it back on the bug out vehicle that has an included driver.
Oh, here we go. Another live with Cascadia. They're the first guys. We were joking about being the Fisher Price of preppers. That was an alternative name for this stream, the Fisher Price of preppers, or My First Preps, or
I love it.
100% true. I feel like that's our goal as well. Like, there's some people that get on and they have a prepping or a preparedness stream and everything, and their goal is just to scare the crud out of people. And I feel like that is not our goal. Our goal is to be approachable, like one of those little phones that you would like pull through your house when you were 3 or 4 years old, but with Leathermans attached to it, I guess. All right, let's see if there are other ones. Kaylin received her winter prep today. What was it? Kaylin, you can't leave us hanging like that. Just you got a winter prep. Was it?
I got something cool.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
The preparedness guy says we have beautiful voices. That's
that's sweet.
That's big time. Thank you.
We it's lots of voice lessons. Growing up and trying to be a voiceover actor, I think, is what we were all both trying to be.
Yeah. I have a face for radio. It's if the survival podcast wanted me to come, I'd totally talk. That'd be fun.
Oh sure, invite Tup to the survival podcast. I'm shop liver over here. Yeah,
loved one.
Yeah, exactly.
Tup, inside joke. Sorry.
Tup and the loved one coming to the survival podcast near you. That's that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I feel like those are going to be the shirts also that we need to get.
Yeah, we should probably get some.
Something like a concert tour sort of shirt. Tup and the loved one Wednesday nights at 5:30. for the slow jam.
For those of you that don't know about the loved one, I recently had a live stream with the hated one, who's into digital privacy, and so then I think we talked about this particular stream, and then I think I called you the loved one, and then it caught on. It's
yeah, so that's our thing. That's gonna be our new thing. It's Tup and the loved one Wednesday nights at 5:30. So Kaylin got a pair of insulated leather gloves. It's a fantastic winter prep.
Yeah, I get the welding gloves, like those big hardcore ones, and that's what I use for like the Dutch oven and stuff outside for cooking with that. So I use welding gloves, and then also I have some firefighter gloves too. But I like the leather gloves with waterproofing. I'll have to get some. I need more gloves, I guess.
I would imagine. I'm surprised you don't have like spacesuit gloves, like that just are just ready for everything, and they can just do all the things. So what made you okay? So welding gloves.
Yeah.
What's special about welding? Is it that the like asbestos that they're heat treated, or
I don't know. It's so special. I have no idea. I just know that they're like it's what the professional welders use, and their hands are protected. And I'm always worried about doing something stupid with a Dutch oven and let me come grab this with my bare hands. So and they just work really good for like with my son's in Boy Scouts, and we do like outdoor type stuff with the Dutch oven and cook different things for campfires. And I'm just worried about burning my hands. So I need my hands so I could type. So
yeah, exactly. Your beautiful hands, your beautiful voice.
See, yeah, someone Doc Michael said gloves are like hammers. They are made for so many different purposes. Yeah,
exactly. And,
I have Kevlar gloves. I have welding gloves. I have firefighter gloves. I have rubber gloves.
With your organizational style, I would imagine you have some sort of like a pegboard with gloves all hanging down, each with labels. Just here's my glove board, and then you do it. It would be like a when you used to go to like Tower Records and they would have the poster display with the plastic things, and you'd flip them all over, and they weighed like 8 pounds each, which was way too heavy for a piece of cardboard and a paper in it. But it would flip and flip and flip. I would imagine you have something like that, but with all of the like gloves and like safety glasses.
I think it's probably disappointing because I think they're all just in my underwear drawer. So.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, I don't know if you watched the movie Major League with Charlie Sheen back in the 90s, where Willie Mays Hayes had all his gloves like nailed up on the wall for every base he stole. Maybe something like that would be cooler.
Of course.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Wesley Snipes?
Yeah, that was Wesley Snipes. Yeah, he was Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah. Oh man! All right,
how did we get talking about that?
Well, because you said you wanted 5 more minutes, and we can go for hours. First, you wanted it 30 minutes, and you wanted it 20. Now you want it to go on forever.
It's going to go to 24-hour marathon.
Yeah, exactly. It will never end. All right, we're going to wrap it up. It's 6:05. We're going to call it a day. Tune in next week. We have more of this, whatever this is.
Maybe we have more. This final question from Alex, though. This is good.
Oh, there's a final question from.
What EDC item would you be asking Santa for this year?
Oh my goodness!
I think that's a great one.
That's a fantastic question. So because it's Santa, and so there are very few restrictions on Santa.
Yeah.
I have asked Santa for it's a bougie prepper gift. I've asked him.
Is it EDC or is it?
Oh, it's EDC stuff.
That makes it tougher. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, then never mind with that. Yeah, EDC stuff. I feel pretty good about my EDC.
Yeah, me too.
I got a new laptop, which I use every day.
Yeah.
So that was a thing that I really enjoy. And it works a lot better than my old one, so I feel a little more reliable in that sort of a situation.
He just Alex just mixed it up. He says or non-EDC.
Or non-EDC.
Now we could talk. No.
All right. So one of the things that I am looking for is one of the powered coolers. And Costco actually has them. They've been on sale. They may or may not be on their way to my house right now. I cannot confirm nor deny it. But the powered coolers, and it has a lithium ion battery in it. So when we go camping, a lot of times, we are always going for ice and everything else, and we camp with power outlets and things like that. But having the ability to have that same kind of cooling capability, be able to hook it into something like a Jackery or a Goal Zero battery, hook it into solar panels if we wanted to, and just extend the kind of refrigeration capability beyond ice, whatever ice could do or something like that. That's something that I have really been interested in. And keep an eye on my channel, because there will likely, if that arrives from Santa FedEx or Santa UPS, however Costco shipping things these days, will be some sort of a review on that idea.
That sounds awesome.
How about you?
I like you. I think my EDC is pretty. I mean, it's pretty locked. It's looking. I think it's pretty good. If I get a new EDC item, I'm gonna have to make a new PDF. But for general preps, listen, I don't know. This is kind of going again.
We're gonna make another shirt. I'd have to make a new PDF.
Yeah, I don't know why, but going to downtown Seattle for work, you probably in a lot of my latest backpacks and stuff, I've been including a ballistic shield in there because I'm just I don't know, just getting worried because of stuff. And so I've been looking at like the ones that the politicians wear, like they have like a form-fitting ballistic one that's like a white kind of t-shirt. I almost went and bought one just even though that's not really my thing on my channel, but because I've been going to the work on occasion for different things, and I'm just always worried about stuff. But then I just watched the movie. I was talking with my son about it. We were watching Dumb and Dumber, and he's like, "Well, what if he shot you in the face?" Like, well, yeah, what if he did? That's a risk we're willing to take.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's why I live in a bubble, son.
Yeah,
that's why I live in a bubble.
Yeah, so I try to, but for the most part, I work from home. So
the ballistic shield idea.
Yeah. I could use another catalytic converter shield for the other car because I think they're
I thought you were gonna say another catalytic converter, just to like as a bait converter or
bait converter with like a GPS in it and stuff, so I can track them down. And
it's like the YouTube videos with the glitter bombs where they get the people stealing the packages and then glitter explodes. It could be that with a catalytic converter, but it would like shoot out both ends, and everyone would be like, "What is happening?"
I love that idea. Yeah, we should maybe we should game plan that. So
I think we should. That seems very Seattle to have like a criminal running down the street with glitter flying all over the place.
Bait catalytic converter.
All right. We're gonna wrap it up now for real.
Nice little TV sitcom. We went a little over.
I think this was good. If you haven't already, subscribe to Tup's channel, subscribe to my channel, hit the like button on the stream so YouTube will send this out into the algorithms and let other people see it. Check out the podcast that we'll be launching. We're gonna get the episode and the audio up, so that'll be coming this week. So keep an eye out on iTunes or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Have you ever done a podcast, Cliff?
I've appeared on other people's podcasts, but I've never done my own. No,
you're very famous. I understand. All right,
I should consider it because again, I have a face for radio. I have a face for podcasts. So.
A face for podcasts. So glad that we're doing this stream for the next however long. All right, everybody. Well, thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Let everybody know about it. We will see you next week, Wednesday at 5:30. From now for the foreseeable future. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.